US $1 billion hypersonic missile that can wipe out China in 30 seconds. Have you ever heard of missiles that travel more than 5 times the speed of sound, striking their targets with pinpoint accuracy? These weapons are redefining the very concept of speed in warfare. They are not your average missiles. They are the future of defense, the kind of game changers that keep your adversaries up at night and the military working round the clock. Hypersonic missile technology has become a significant focal point in the global arms race, with China and Russia emerging as major players in its development and the US slowly making its way to the forefront of technology. In recent years, the US has invested billions of dollars into research, development, and deployment of hypersonic missiles, with the aim of entering a new era of significant military capabilities, international security dynamics, and geopolitical implications. In this video, we will delve into the US's $1 billion hypersonic missile program, exploring its significance, development, and potential implications. Chapter 1: Threats. Hypersonic missiles have incredible speed and can travel at Mach 5, which is 5 times the speed of sound or even faster. Plus, they have a versatile launch, adapting to various delivery platforms including land-based, air-launched, and sea-launched systems. This rapid velocity makes them exceptionally challenging to intercept as they cover vast distances in a matter of minutes. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles can maneuver mid-flight, making them highly adaptable and difficult to predict. As such, this seems like a major threat to rival countries, as it will be almost difficult to counter an attack launched with hypersonic missiles since it cannot be quickly detected. Besides, hypersonic missiles offer unprecedented accuracy in striking targets, reducing collateral damage, and enabling surgical strikes. All these make it scary, and moreover, the precision of hypersonic missiles makes it just the perfect weapon for targeting high-value assets or critical infrastructure. With such a weapon as this, the existence and effectiveness of most missile defense systems are potentially rendered obsolete. Chapter 2: Cold War. The United States has been actively pursuing hypersonic missile technology as part of its modernization efforts. But we can't talk about their recent efforts and feats without taking a trip to the past when it all began. The history of US hypersonic missile development goes back several decades, and these are some of the milestones achieved since then. The early research for hypersonic missiles in the United States began in the 1950s, during the early days of the Cold War. This research was primarily driven by the desire to develop intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. As such, the 1950s and early 1960s saw the development of pioneering concepts and technologies, including the X-15 rocket-powered aircraft, which achieved speeds above Mach 6 and provided valuable data on hypersonic flight. Within this time, the X-20 Dinosaur program was introduced as a planned crewed spaceplane project that aimed to explore hypersonic and spaceflight capabilities. While the program was eventually canceled, it contributed to the understanding of hypersonic aerodynamics. Chapter 3: NASA and DARPA. During the 1980s and 1990s, the United States conducted research into hypersonic glide vehicles, HGVs, as part of missile defense efforts aimed at exploring the possibilities of hypersonic flight and glide vehicles. It was a joint effort involving multiple government agencies, including the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, and the US Air Force. Concurrently, NASA and DARPA pursued the development of the X-30, a spaceplane designed for hypersonic flight and global reach. While the X-30 program ultimately faced technical and budgetary challenges, it contributed valuable insights into hypersonic aerodynamics. Chapter 4: Cholet. The year 1998 marked a significant milestone with a joint hypersonic scramjet test known as the Kholod project. This experimental design, originally of Soviet origin, evolved into a collaborative effort between the United States and the Russian Federation, representing a rare instance of mutual research in the pursuit of hypersonic flight technology. At the heart of this endeavor was the scramjet engine, a cutting-edge propulsion system that promised to unlock unprecedented speeds and capabilities. This significant test took place in Russia with the participation of NASA from the United States. During this test, the Kholod scramjet missile reached an astonishing speed of Mach 6.5. Fast forward to 2010 when the US military began actively pursuing air-launched hypersonic missile systems. From 2010 to 2013, the US Air Force conducted tests on the Boeing-manufactured X-51 Wave Rider. During these experiments, the Wave Rider was affixed to a cruise missile, which was transported into the air by a B-52 bomber. Functioning as the initial stage, the missile propelled the Wave Rider, allowing it to accelerate to speeds of at least Mach 5. Chapter 5: Issues. In October 2011, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency faced a setback when it lost contact with its Falcon Hypersonic Test Vehicle 2, HTV-2, merely 9 minutes into its flight. An investigation conducted and subsequently published in April 2012 revealed a critical issue. The vehicle's extraordinary speed, flying at Mach 20, had caused significant wear and tear on its protective outer coating. This damage compromised the HTV-2's ability to self-correct during its flight, ultimately leading to the loss of communication and control. The incident with the HTV-2 served as a stark reminder of the immense challenges associated with hypersonic flight at such extraordinary velocities. In a subsequent test conducted in 2014 at the Kodiak Island Launch Facility in Alaska, another hypersonic weapons program faced its issues. The Army's Advanced Hypersonic Weapon, AHW, experienced a failure raising concerns about the feasibility and reliability of hypersonic technology. However, further investigations into the AHW test failure revealed that the flaws lay not in the hypersonic weapon itself, but in the launch vehicle used for the test. Chapter 6: Success. By September 2021, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency conducted a pivotal test involving the hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept. This test featured the Raytheon-built version of HAWC, which showcased the remarkable capabilities by achieving speeds at or exceeding Mach 5. Notably, the success marked a significant milestone in the development of hypersonic technology and hinted at the potential of HAWC as a versatile and effective platform for precision strikes and military applications. Furthermore, DARPA continued its testing endeavors in March 2022, this time with the Lockheed Martin and Aerojet Rocketdyne version of HAWC. By May 2022, off the coast of California, the United States Air Force conducted a crucial test involving the air-launched rapid response weapon. The successful test in May 2022 marked a turning point in the AARW program, affirming its potential as a high-speed precision strike weapon in the arsenal of the United States military. This success was followed by another triumph in July 2022, when the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency achieved a remarkable milestone in its hypersonic technology with its Operational Fires program. During testing at White Sands, DARPA successfully deployed and launched an Operational Fires missile from a Marine Corps logistics truck utilizing Army artillery controls. These weapons can strike targets at speeds and ranges that are often inaccessible or unsafe for traditional aircraft to reach. Early in December 2022, the U.S. successfully tested a hypersonic air-to-ground missile prototype off the coast of California. However, the latest test of a U.S. hypersonic weapon, which was carried out at the Pacific Missile Range facility in Hawaii, failed after an anomaly occurred during the first test of the full system. The anomaly prevented the Defense Department from completing the entire test, but the Pentagon said it was not a complete failure. The second flight test of the hypersonic missile prototype encountered a setback when the weapon failed to transmit in-flight performance data, according to two individuals familiar with the results. This development represents a challenge to U.S. efforts to keep pace with China and Russia in the field of hypersonic weapons, a critical aspect of military capabilities. During the test, the warhead successfully separated from its rocket booster after being released from a B-52H bomber off the southern coast of California. However, following this successful separation, the data link responsible for transmitting in-flight performance information experienced a failure, as revealed by the anonymous sources who discussed non-public information. The lost telemetry data is vital for comprehending the missile's flight characteristics, and a failure analysis is underway to determine whether the issue stemmed from a faulty data link or a flaw in the glider warhead. Unfortunately, this test held particular significance as it marked the second of 4 planned exercises for the prototype operational hypersonic missile, known as the Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon. It is the U.S. Air Force's primary hypersonic program, intended to compete with successful Russian and Chinese programs. The goal is to achieve 4 successful flights of the prototype missile, providing the confidence needed to declare it possesses an early operational capability and proceed to production. Chapter 7. $8 billion. On the 6th of September 2023, a planned flight test of the U.S. Army's long-range hypersonic weapon, LRHW, a land-based missile system, was canceled after the pre-flight checks. This test, which was supposed to be the first launched from the Army's Transporter Erector launcher, was scheduled to demonstrate the Army's weapon control system and battery operations center. In March 2023, a similar test was also canceled, and in total, this test has been postponed 3 times in 2023 due to the same battery issue detected. Since 2019, the Department of Defense has allocated more than $8 billion toward multiple initiatives focused on the advancement of hypersonic missile technology. These endeavors encompass various branches of the military, including Army, Navy, and Air Force, each working on the development of hypersonic boost glide missiles. Chapter 8. Next 5 years. In the most recent 5-year budget plan, known as the 2023 Future Years Defense Program, the DoD is seeking a budget allocation of $13 billion for the period spanning 2023 to 2027, specifically earmarked for the development of hypersonic missiles. Additionally, an allocation of nearly $2 billion is being requested for the procurement of these missiles. It's worth noting that the procurement request is solely for Army and Air Force programs. The Navy has not yet submitted a request for the procurement funding for the hypersonic missile technology it is currently developing. While the U.S. continues to test prototypes for their hypersonic missiles and experience certain delays in the process, China and Russia have already developed highly maneuverable hypersonic weapons capable of flying at extremely high speeds. In fact, Russia deployed such weapons during its conflict with Ukraine earlier this year. As we witness this program unfold, one thing is clear: Russia, China, and the United States, and the world at large are on the brink of a new era of military capabilities. In just the blink of an eye, the world as we know it may be completely wiped out if these countries ever decide to go against each other. What are your thoughts on this? The next story is of Lacoste, where sport meets style and elegance meets innovation. If you want to know more about this brand, just click here. Until then, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.